Welcome to Redwall News, Trinidad and Tobago. It is Thursday, the 16th of February, 2023. At the time of recording, the homicide figure in Trinidad is 83. Forgive me, that word always gives me trouble. The deputy political leader of the PDP, Kezal Jackson, yesterday resigned from the party, claiming that the PDP political leader, Watson Duke, was not stable enough to have her genuine support. And there's been some tit-for-tat on social media. Apparently some very graphic details that Mr. Duke released on his Facebook page. Miss Jackson releases I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, it is for real. Never meant to make you cry. I don't know why that song crossed your mind, but anyway, she releases an Instagram post saying that Duke should head straight to Hollywood as he's a very good actor. So you could probably look out for another Duke in Black Panther 3. On Tuesday around 7 p.m., 3 men robbed a supermarket in Barrackpore. They were wearing dark clothes, wearing masks and carrying guns. Yet witnesses were able to tell the police that they appeared to be Latin Americans. Isn't that scary that you probably just want a kiss bread, boy, and you just walk down to the grocery to get your kiss bread, and then you have these 3 masked men, whether they're Trinidadians or Venezuelans. Amigo, el floro, tu madre. I mean, you can't even go and buy a bread and piece in this country, boy. You know, is like we just, I think for me personally, is like you just existing with the expectation that something could happen to you anytime, and if something does, nothing will come of it. And that's not a new feeling. I'm not expressing anything new there. That's how I feel as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. Now, a police officer walks into the supermarket during the robbery. Not to save the day, he's totally unawares, apparently, according to the story. And he's robbed too, of his firearm. I remember some years ago, I was in a Chinese restaurant on Dinsley Junction, a friend and myself, and we were ordering Chinese food. I remember distinctly seeing some guys, and there's something strike you a little bit odd about them, but you don't really take it on or process it that much. We order our Chinese food, and as we are leaving the Chinese restaurant, I see a guy from my neighborhood, and I was like, "Hey, Ravi, what you saying? Everything cool?" Yeah, Ravi's like, "Yeah, cool, man. I just going and buy some Chinese food." I was like, "All right, cool, take your time." So, we walk down the road and we eat our Chinese food and we have a nice Friday afternoon lime. The following morning, I see a neighbor of mine and he's like, "Boy, you hear they robbed the Chinese restaurant last night?" "No, I didn't hear that." He's like, "The real beat up Ravi, boy, bust up Ravi face and that kind of thing." I saw Ravi on the way out of that restaurant. Another time I'm going into Port of Spain and the maxi stops on the priority bus route. The maxi stops for this guy. I came so close to wanting to tell the driver, "Drive, I feel you shouldn't pick up that individual, Something in my gut that said to pick up that individual. But I say nothing. And the guy gets into the maxi taxi. I'm in the middle seat into the front. If you're familiar with like the private buses in Trinidad and Tobago, what runs along the east-west corridor from Arima to Port of Spain, there's the bus route and the main road. 3 people sit in front, the driver and 2 passengers. I am in the middle. And as the maxi taxi nears Port of Spain, this long knife extends past my, in the peripheral, I saw it, and it extends to the driver's neck. It's like, "Drive, give me all your money there." And the drive passes a coils of money with $1 bills, and the bandit says, "I want a coil, I want the real coil." And the driver dips under the seat and removes a coil of money that has like the 5s, the 20s, and the 100s. About 7 a.m. in the morning. And years later, we continuing in the same scenario with places that you're supposed to be safe in. We have had in recent times a lot of incidents where children being shot. And it reminds me so much of the movie Ronin. I remember when I first saw that movie and I was like, hey, innocent bystanders being shot. I'd never seen that in a movie before. From a cinematic point of view, it appealed to me. But here we are today. And the reality is that I could go into a supermarket at 7 p.m. to buy a bread, to come home and eat some cheese paste with my family, and watch a live with Watson Duke on it. And I could pick up some bullet. That's it for the news today, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. And wherever you are in the world listening to this, have a great day. Redwall News. It's better than blues.